said the spider to the fly. It's the prettiest little parlor. That you ever did spy.
This is everything you need to know about the Web of the Empress and patch 2.0. The event will be running from the 24th of September to the 10th of December. So Bile Weavers and their nest is the 17th compound that's been added. It's just like a big lair, big nest, the Bile Weavers. In there you'll find the Bile Weavers. Some will be running about, scurrying about, some will be in eggs. You can break the eggs before they get out. But what are they? They're mini wee spiders that scurry about the walls, and when they bite you they poison you, so antidote shots will be highly recommended. They can spit a poison cloud similar to the boss spider. So their strength doesn't come individually, it's in the numbers. Like loads of them get on you, you'll start losing. I've nearly died to them a few times. But in the Bile Weaver's nest, you'll find the Bile Weavers. You get a event point for everyone you kill to a max of 50 per game. You'll find health restoration and ammo restorations for pledge marks, burn traits, scarce traits. What else will you find? Destiny dial, just a slot machine. You can spend a pledge mark for a random bonus. Your 4-shot boons, XP stuff as well, cash registers, the new tarot cards, which is very good. I like them, they're good, and the new scarce weapons as well, but I'll go into them in the next bit.
No one outruns the dirt.
So this time around for the event, rather than the weapons of the event being added into the battle pass to unlock, they are now the scarce weapons that you find in the Bile Weaver's nest. It costs you 3 pledge marks to unlock it, and it's either the Wildlands or the Homestead 78. So the Wildlands is just a Centennial on steroids. It has a bit extra range, extra damage, and it's a swift variant. And any ammo type you can get for the Centennial, you can put on the Wildlands. So if you want to take subsonic on it for some reason, you can. It's not even suppressed, but you can. The Homestead 78, best way to describe it is it's a double barrel Romero, so it has extra range, quick reload, all that good stuff. Any ammo type again you can put on it. I'm going to run about with a Chariot on it at some point. I think that'd be quite funny. But as I said again, what I like about it is rather than it being put in, it's like a power weapon like you would get in Halo or like an arena shooter. You find it and run about with it. Like I like the idea, it's good. I think they should have done that for a while. Should have done things with like the Dolch and the Afto. It's like power weapons you find, because then it's alright if it's a bit more powerful because you have to find them. So I like it, they're good, and I'll definitely use them more. The world card is just a portable mega clue that will reveal all bounty targets on the map. The moon card grants 2 seconds of dark sight. The garden is a full heal and removes all status effects like poison, bleeding, fire. The full copies the last card you used, so I used the garden card last time, I use the full card now, I'll get another copy of the garden card. The tower card kills all monsters in the 65 meters by setting them alight, and as a result you set yourself for a light as well. The magician card, you set a dark side decoy, and when placed you give yourself heavy bleeding. The decoy will make a whispering noise when near. You can interact with this to destroy it. The devil card will give you tighter hip fire and less sway when ADSing. Upon dying you will lose 2 health chunks instead of 1 and lose the effect. This does not work in shotguns. The Sun card will give you a regen buff on steroids for 60 seconds. This can be doubled by Judgement. Judgement will double the time of all buffs like stamina, regen and antidote. The Hangman will let you spectate the closest enemy hunter for 15 seconds. Once the 15 seconds are up, the enemy will be notified with a sound cue. If there's no enemy players left in the match, the card won't do anything. What was that noise? The Empress card grants Catalyst, Necro and one random burn or scarce trait. The Chariot card locks and unlocks extracts. It cannot be used in the last 5 minutes of the match and will take 1 health chunk to be used. For this bit I'm just going to go over the more prevalent and important bits of the patch notes I think that are worth sharing. If you want to see them more, they're in the Steam page. Just hit the community bit and you can find the full patch notes. But the main points is melee adjustments. So melee weapons, tools and melee attachment weapons have slightly increased range. Very slightly. I think it's typically to help with hitting the Bile weavers, because hitting down the way in this game of melee is a nightmare for a few things like miss that shouldn't have missed because of it. So that's a good thing. They've also aligned it up, like rather than it being like one then like same like hit box when you swing, they've been adjusted to for the weapon as well. Ammo scarcity, frag arrows and crossbow explosive bolts are now scarce. You can't buy them, you can only find them in raid. Weapon buffs and nerfs. The Mako's reduce vertical recoil. Switch speed changed to be more in line with other long ammos. So it's just in line with other ammos. So like when you fire it or try to switch to another pistol with follow-up shot, it's the same. Vertically cycle, muzzle velocity reduced by 10%, so the bullet travels slower, and slightly increased reload time. The same. I think that was a big thing with the vertically, was reloading too quickly. Same as old before, where you don't want to fire that last shot off because it's a long reload. World weapons, assailant no longer required to throw world weapons. I like this change. My friend Budge loves this as well. He loves getting kills with chucking world weapons, and they're more consistent to kill hunters who are hit, which I like, which is good. Traits, Blade Seer now increases your seeing your projectiles up to 75 meters. By default, every hunter now in Dark Day gets 25, so Blade Seer's useless because you're never looking for something you fire that's like 60 meters away. Like you fired it, it's gone. Like you're not gonna go chase an arrow like that. Witness has been nerfed, so it no longer heals from proximity to corpses, and it's been reduced to 4 trait points from 5. So that's the main kind of balancing ones. The new menu UI is so much better now. So much better. Taking them a year to get there, you know, with a marathon, no a sprint. We got there. Improved AI. Worked on the mesh work or something like that. They now don't spawn, so you walk into a compound, you won't like see them spawn and then glide into their idle stance if they're lying on the ground or something, and they'll just be in that stance like they'll be on the ground already. A bunch of bug fixes. Again, I'm not going through them all because the list was massive, but they are improving it. And these are like other wee bits and bobs. World weapons have a chance to spawn with special ammo, so like a wind shield or the infantry spawn with high velocity or poison and stuff like that. Better can spawn with better. In-world toolboxes have now been brought up to par with the rest of the game as it scales on. They can now spawn with a weak regen shot, or antidote, regen, stamina, vitality and recovery shots. So all the big shots now. You can now get poison bombs, concertina bombs, darks, dynamite satchels. So yeah, that's good. You can get some decent kit for them now. Lanterns can now burn when hit, so the only way to set them alight is by throwing them. They now, if they're stationary and something that's like fire touches it, they'll burst into flames. In-world beetle spawns only spawn choke beetles now, so there's no longer getting fire beetles or stalker beetles. It's only choke beetles you get for them, and the idea with that is you want to be aggressive with Beetle, you have to bring them into your kit with you. And lastly, they've introduced a powder keg. It's just a wee mini world red barrel you can pick up and carry about in place that interacts with fire and traps. So you have to look out for the traps a lot more. So yeah, that's the main points for the patch notes. So the battle pass, I'm not going to go massively into this because it's all cosmetic, and I personally do not give a fuck about cosmetic stuff. One thing I'll say about it is there's 40 tiers in it. Last one you get your usual weapon emblem, but the last skin with the Empress is genuinely just Lisa Simpson. They've just added Lisa Simpson to the game with webs on her head rather than being yellow. Like I won't unsee it now when I see that character, so I'm hoping they add the rest of the Simpsons in. Well, they have. They've got the Judge, there's Homer, Lisa, so we'll get the rest. So just we finishing remarks in this video. The event is 3 months long, which is quite a bit of time for an event. I think it should be called seasons from now on. I'm piggybacking that or somebody else I've seen say it. They did say in the stream that they were dropping content halfway through. As I said about the tarot cards, I think there's 78 in a real deck, we've got 12. I think no extra content will be more tarot cards, or they'll switch them out. So yeah, but as I said in the last stuff, I stream on Twitch. I'm streaming the event through this. I stream on a Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday and Sunday, so catch me on there. Start about 6 at night for 3-4 hours British time, or GMT as they call it. So I'll catch you crazy guys later, and thanks for joining me. Peace.